Hey guys, Joshua's Booster here and welcome back to another Digimon video. Today we have, as you can see, a gameplay video featuring, on the left, introduced in PT2, I think in Japan, UlforceVeedramon, piloted by Matthijs. And on the right, we have also introduced in BT2, if I remember correctly, ShineGreymon, which is arguably one of the best decks in the format right now, piloted by myself. The deck profile for the ShineGreymon decks also up on my channel, so I'll link that somewhere in the video so you can click it if you're interested in that. But yeah, I think this match is gonna be a really good one. Spoilers, at least I think so. Very enjoyable to watch, in my opinion. We see yellow starting with Upamon, finally a good start of a yellow deck. At this point in the game it doesn't do much, but if you have 3 security or less, you can draw a card, much like the blue Upamon. Then going into it, Tsukaimon into Repamon for 2, so blue starts at 2. Also hatching a Upamon and then evolving into Vmon, the best card in 1.5, the jamming Vmon, and then hard playing another Vmon to put yellow to 1. So next turn, blue could possibly get in some early damage, which isn't even necessary, I think, playing the U-Force deck, because U-Force can potentially just take all your security away in one single turn. But as you can see, blue is swinging here, drawing a card for Upamon because of the hard played Pedamon by yellow. Hitting a Tsuruimon, which would of course be bigger than Vmon, but Vmon has jamming, so it can just do whatever it wants. And it does, as you can see. The other Vmon swings, but actually hits the memory TK here, which I think is absolutely insane card, and also puts yellow to 3, which makes the drawing Upamon live. And TK electing to add a Kari to hand. So another tamer, because that's what ShineGreymon aims to do, right? Just set up a bunch of tamers and then wipe the field when it touches the field. Then we see Vmon evolving to a Veedramon here, which is the Veedramon that has jamming when it's when there's a blue tamer in play, and then going into Arrow Veedramon for 3. Unsuspending here, but I think, yeah, so that is corrected, because the Arrow Veedramon can only trigger if there's a blue tamer in play, which there is not. A Tokamon is hatched and then evolving into Salamon. I really love this Salamon. It's the one that if you have 3 security or less, when it is deleted, you can recovery +1 and then go into ShineGreymon to play the Kari for free, basically. Because on Digivolve, that's what ShineGreymon does. And then ShineGreymon is gonna swing over the Vmon here and draw a card for Upamon. I think ShineGreymon is a really good card, just playing those tamers for free. The unplay effects do not trigger, but it just allows you to set up for our boy here, ShineGreymon, suspending 2 tamers and then reducing Digimon on the field by 4,000 for each tamer suspended, so 8,000, which is enough to delete the Arrow Veedramon, kind of just resetting blue's entire field. Blue goes for Davis here, which does not end his turn because he started on 4, and Davis is gonna allow him to add a green and a blue Digimon, but there is no green Digimon, I think, in the deck, so he's just gonna add the Veedramon 0, I think, here, which is the promo Veedramon that can mill cards to boost its attack, and then playing another Vmon, hard playing it, putting yellow to 3, which yellow would start at either way because of TK, and then because yellow does have 3 security here, he gains, or I gain, a memory because of the Kari. Kari really good, especially in multiples. From this point on, yellow is just starting the turn at 4 each time, which is absolutely insane. I'm playing another TK here to set up for potentially an even bigger ShineGreymon hit. ShineGreymon is gonna swing here to get a draw from Upamon. Also attack for security attack +1 because of ShineGreymon's inheritable. That gives security attack +1 if you have 3 yellow tamers in play. Running into a Gomamon and into another Davis here. Davis eventually gonna not add the last Vmon, but the Arrow Veedramon. Then Salamon's also gonna swing here. If it is gets deleted, and it is 2,000, so those odds are pretty high. It's gonna recover 1, and it's gonna hit into Grizzlymon, the blocker. So it is gonna trigger recovery +1, putting yellow back to 4 security, and then yellow is ending the turn by evolving into a Unimon. Passing turn to blue, who is starting his turn with a double Vmon, one time the jamming Vmon and one time the Vmon that has the inheritable effect to draw a card when it is unsuspended. And then evolving that into the Veedramon 0, which does has 5000 DP, but by milling 3 cards it can actually boost itself by 2000, I think. So if yellow decides to block, that means that Unimon is gonna get deleted. Yellow is gonna opt to not block, and actually the 0 is gonna run into another Tamer, which is gonna be TK. Blue is gonna activate double Hammer Spark to ensure that it stays his turn when he evolves into UlforceVeedramon, unsuspending itself with its effect. Let's see what's gonna happen next, and then ending the turn by evolving the Vmon into another blocker, which makes sense because the Vmon is just gonna get killed by Unimon if it swings, and this sets up some defense because without a blocker the ShineGreymon and the Unimon would actually be game, because ShineGreymon does have security attack +1 right now and blue just has 2 security left. Yellow is gonna evolve to Salamon and then swing with ShineGreymon, which will probably be blocked by the Grizzlymon, draw a card for Upamon, so yeah, he does block that, that makes sense. Oh, it seems I actually forgot the Kari memory gain here, which I'm fixing there. So going to 4 and then hard playing a Patamon, which is the one that gives the inheritable when Digimon are deleted by going to 0, gain 1 memory once per turn, and then evolving to another Unimon. So at this point it seems quite hard for Blue to come back, even if he had like a Hammer Spark and U-Force. The 2 Unimon would definitely like, and he also doesn't have any Rina or V-Tamer tie in play. Rina is going to be able to add a Vmon card, but to make a kind of crazy comeback, Blue would have need to have like a bunch of Rina and V-Tamer tie on the field to really push with the U-Force, and that's just not going to happen. He doesn't have enough memory for that. And then yellow is going to start on 6 because of Kari. And then this should be game right, because even if yellow hits into double Hammer Spark, this should still be game, I think. Even though the Unimon does cost 2 to attack with. But yeah, Salamon is gonna swing here. It's gonna hit an X-Vmon, which does delete the Salamon. But that means that both the Unimon will now be able to attack for game. So ShineGreymon does take this game pretty decisively after the first ShineGreymon hitting the field, basically. Blue just didn't really get going. What I think is fun to add is that both these decks are really Tamer heavy, right? ShineGreymon does need Tamers to function, and so does U-Force, because U-Force, for those of you who don't know the effect, if a Tamer is suspended, it can unsuspend itself, and that's not actually once per turn. So if you have like a bunch of Rina and V-Tamer tie on field, you can potentially attack for like just five times with just U-Force on the field, which is quite insane. And then if you build up U-Force with a lot of good inheritable effects, then oh, blue actually kind of bricking here, starting with Upamon and then adding the only rookie it reviews to the hand. Which is kind of rough, because that means that one of the U-Force in the deck is now at the bottom of the deck. But it looks like blue really needed the rookie here to get started, so he did add the Vmon. Yellow is starting with Salamon into Tsururimon for 1. And then hard playing TK to add, let's see what yellow is gonna add. A ShineGreymon to the hand, so pretty good. Already has that card in the hand for when the setup is completed. And will now also be starting with 3 at the start of each turn. Blue is gonna evolve into the Vmon to draw a card. Then into a Veedramon 0. And then playing a Davis to also ensure the 3 memory at the start of each turn. Revealing Grizzlymon, V-Tamer, and another Davis, so he has to add the Grizzlymon here, because Davis can't add Tamers. And yellow is starting turn with 4 memory. Going to move the Tsururimon to the battle area. And going to ShineGreymon right away for 3. Does yellow have a Tamer to activate from the hand for free? Once again, it is Kari, which at this point doesn't really do anything, but later in the game it might, and it also, of course, just helps for the ShineGreymon setup. And then hard playing a Rapamon here, which is champion just 3 to play. And blue is actually just gonna hard play 2 rookies here and keep the Veedramon 0 in the raising area to protect it from ShineGreymon, which I definitely think is a pretty heads-up play, because once U-Force comes out, he can potentially just seal the game. Yellow's gonna play the Mini Cantarosmon Angel Woman here, which gives security attack -2 to the Vmon in this case. But then he's actually gonna just evolve into ShineGreymon to delete both the Digimon on Blue's field anyway, so that's not really relevant, but it does set up for a potential another level 6 on the next turn. Veedramon 0 is gonna evolve into Veedramon here, so it really seems like he's playing it safe and just wants to, set up Ulforce. There we go, in the racing area to make it come out next turn. However, okay, so Yellow does pick up a rookie here in Tsukaimon. Hard playing a Pedamon there, and then, let's see, evolving that Pedamon into a Unimon to set up some defense. At this point, it seems like Yellow is pretty safe. Still 5 security left and the blocker against just the Ulforce coming out. So we'll see how Blue is gonna attempt to make the comeback. He is gonna swing with Ulforce, boost it with Rina for 1000, and because Rina gets suspended, Ulforce can unsuspend itself. Then he can draw a card because of the Veemon inheritable effect. And then also gain a memory for the Ulforce effect himself. And he has jamming because of Veedramon, I think, so pretty safely swinging there, then activating a V-Tamer tie and opting to just use its effect right away to draw a card. Opting to not actually swing with Ulforce first and then activate tie. Not sure what the reasoning behind that is. But ending the turn by hard playing Grizzlymon. So Yellow is gonna hard play Pedamon here, which is the one that reviews the top 4, and then you can add all the Yellow Tamers to your hand. He actually reviews 2, Akari and the TK, so he's gonna add those to the hand, and then the ShineGreymon and the Tsukaimon are gonna go to the bottom of the deck. Like Rina earlier, right, it is kind of harsh when the ShineGreymon is stacked to the bottom of the deck, what it is. And then actually not gonna opt to attack with the ShineGreymon here to make it not get destroyed by Ulforce on the next turn, just ending the turn by playing a Akari. And also, I think we know that there is another Shine in hand, but that couldn't destroy the Ulforce because there's only 2 Tamers in play, so... Once again, Ulforce is gonna swing, gain a memory, draw a card, gain 1000, and then unsuspend itself. Which is really cool in my opinion. So drawing for the... for Upamon actually, then drawing for Veemon, unsuspending the Ulforce and gaining a memory. Attacking with jamming into a TK. So really setting up those Tamers for a massive board wipe on the next turn. And then, of course, TK is also triggered, so Yellow can add one of the... so add a ShineGreymon to the hand. So maybe there actually wasn't a Shine in the hand of Yellow already. I'm not sure. Maybe the Shine that was played was actually the one added from TK. Ulforce is gonna swing once again. Take care of another TK. Another TK, so stacking up 5 Tamers, which is gonna be a lot of damage. 2000 damage to distribute among Digimon on the next turn for Shine, and add another Tamer. So a lot of Tamers to security here, another Kari, I think. Blue is gonna activate V-Tamer tie here, I think, to draw a card, and once again unsuspend Ulforce. Slowly but surely that's gonna happen. Yeah, so drawing a card for tie and then unsuspending Ulforce. Still 3 attacks to go to make it game. Swinging into I couldn't quite tell, a Rice Greymon, I think. It doesn't really matter because it has jamming anyway. Then gonna play another V-Tamer tie for 2. Draw a card again and once again unsuspend the Ulforce. So 2 more attacks to go, and I think actually at this point Blue picked up either Hammer Spark or Veedramon, which you are gonna see is gonna be instrumental. Yeah, so he picked up Hammer Spark actually, which is gonna actually set up 2 more attacks, because Arrow is gonna make Ulforce unsuspended, and then that's gonna be blocked by Unimon, but that means Veedramon can actually attack for game here, and in what I would describe as an amazing comeback, Ulforce actually does take game 2 by swinging for literally all the security, or at least 4 security and the direct attack in a single turn. Very cool, very cool. Yellow is gonna kick off game 3 by hatching Upamon, evolving into Pedamon, and then evolving into Terurimon to put Blue to 1 memory. Hatching Upamon here, and evolving Upamon into Elecmon. and playing a Davis here. So that means yellow is gonna start on 3. And he's gonna add Ulforce. No, just kidding. Arrow Veedramon to the hand. And we'll be starting on 3 each turn now because Davis is a memory tamer. Teruriumon is gonna move to the battle area. And yellow is gonna play Pedamon to once again reveal 4 cards and add all the yellow tamers. Revealing a TK to add, so that's fine. Will we also see the TK come down to ensure yellow starting on 3? Each turn, I guess we will see the TK come down, but not for the reason we thought. But ShineGreymon's gonna come out to put blue to 3, and then with the ability play the TK from hand. So not looking at security here, but it does set up the 3 at the start of each turn, which is definitely reasonable. Rina is gonna pick up Veemon or a Veedramon here. Electing to pick up the Veedramon here, maybe to evolve it over the Elecmon, we will see. And yeah, Veedramon is gonna hit the board to make blue draw a card and ending the turn, of course. Yellow hatching another Upamon, which is gonna do nothing actually, because first the Petamon is gonna evolve into Unimon for 2, putting yellow to 1. And then apparently a rookie was not actually picked up, because we see Unimon evolving to Angelman here to give the Veedramon on the field security attack -2. So even though it does have jamming right now, attacking with it doesn't really accomplish much. Hatching another Upamon, evolving into Elecmon. And then playing another Tamer, so really setting up for the huge Ulforce later in the game. Vitae just drawing a card here. And then hard playing the jamming Veemon from the hand to end the turn. Yellow's gonna draw a card. Will we see a rookie this turn? Not yet, but first Angelman is gonna evolve into Kentaurosmon. And Kentaurosmon is once again gonna give both the Digimon on Blue's field security attack -2, so there's just no real chance for Blue to get aggressive in the early game. Which is one of the reasons why I think Kentaurosmon is really good in ShineGreymon specifically. And then ending turn by playing a Kari, so still no rookie. Will we see Blue move out the Elecmon or start building up like he did in the second game? Apparently that is what we will see. Going to draw a card with the Vitae here, and then evolve the jamming Veemon into a Veedramon. And then hard playing a Grizzlymon here to put yellow to 4. So Kentaurosmon really putting in the work here, really protecting those security. It also looks like Kentaurosmon is gonna swing here. There's probably not a rookie in the hand to summon from the or to play from the Angelman effect. Oh, but there's also 5 security, so Angelman can't trigger anyway. But Blue seems to be thinking here, and I think we forgot to turn the die. That's caused some confusion there. But gonna hit into Arena, and Rina is gonna add either a Veemon or a Ulforce to the hand. Actually opting to go for the rookie Veemon here, so there's probably at least one Ulforce in the hand of Blue already. And then another Kentaurosmon comes down, so once again on the next turn Blue won't be able to attack for any security. Because all the Digimon on the field, all 3 will get security attack -2. And then finally rookies picked up in the Tamer Petamon, as I want to call it. And then yellow swinging with the second Kentaurosmon as well, because even if it does get deleted, it can just basically take a Digimon with him when it is deleted. And he is gonna hit into a Grizzlymon. Blue opting to not block with the Grizzlymon here. Then evolving the rookie into a Teruriumon. And eventually ending the turn by playing the Structure Deck TK, which is the one that gives all security Digimon plus 2000, which does pretty much nothing really against the Ulforce deck, because basically all the attackers have jamming anyway, but it does set up for ShineGreymon later, of course. Gonna draw a card with Vitae here. And then evolve one of the Veedramon into Arrow Veedramon. And then evolving into Ulforce there. So pretty good. Setting up for the next turn when Blue can probably finally get offensive, unless like another Kentaurosmon is dropped or another Angelwoman comes down, but we'll see. First not ShineGreymon, sorry, Kentaurosmon is gonna swing with 11k, but it's gonna get blocked by Grizzlymon. Then the other Kentauros is gonna swing, hit Arrow Veedramon. 1 security left. Evolving to ShineGreymon, where we see a Tamer come down. We do another of the memory TK, which does not trigger its on-play effect. And then finally Shine comes down here for 4, which is gonna be able to do 60,000 DP, so that should mean that Ulforce and Elec get deleted, since the Veedramon does have 5,000 DP, if I remember correctly. So at this point, yellow has 3 level 6s on the field, and blue just has 1 champion to work with, so we'll see if blue somehow managed to get back into the game, but I doubt it, to be honest. Usually when Shine comes down and is able to wipe the field like this, that does secure the game for ShineGreymon. It just... that card is so insane. Really one of the best boss monsters in the game right now. It's really crazy to think that in the next set there's actually gonna be better boss monsters than ShineGreymon for yellow. Anyway, Arena is gonna come down, which is gonna add... I wasn't really paying attention, but I think a Veedramon or a Veemon... probably. Then, yeah, the Veedramon is gonna swing with jamming into Tsukaimon, but... So, 2 Hammer Spark coming down here. Let's see what that's gonna do. Apparently going to go into the Arrow Veedramon, which is gonna unsuspend itself with its ability. But maybe swing again, I guess, yeah. Then boost it with 3000 with Arena, and then yeah, blue's gotta scoop it up. So yeah, that was the game, guys. Hope you did enjoy the video. If you did, leave a like, leave a comment, and if you are not subscribed yet, please consider doing so, because I really enjoy making this content. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.